Mr. Executive, Rod Serling is here to see you.
Does he have the script?
He does not have the script, but he says he has the ratings.
Just send him in.
Mr. Executive, have I got great news for you.
Great news, but no script.
Mr. Executive, the script hardly seems necessary anymore. You see, I've come to realize that I've become so renowned as a writer that all I need to do is make a few brilliant rewrites on someone else's short story, slap my name on it, and there you have it. Groundbreaking television. Just look at these ratings.
These aren't the ratings, Rod.
Well, not those antiquated Nielsen ratings people seem to put so much stock in. Of course not. Groundbreaking television needs a groundbreaking rating system. I call it a Serling score. We've got 100% of the market.
Serling score? Rod, is this just a rating system tracking you?
Of course not. It's actually quite sophisticated. I'll have one of the boys from marketing come and explain it. Hey, Jeff, get in here.
Door kicks open! Mr. Executive, how do you do? Pleasure to finally meet you. I'm Jeff Scrumter with the marketing department. Never heard of me? I'm not surprised. You see, I don't work in your marketing department. I work directly for Mr. Serling. I'm his personal advertising executive. Why, Mr. Executive, you might even call me Mr. Adsecutive.
I still don't understand why you're in here, or what this Serling score is supposed to be. I need real ratings, or at the very least a damn script.
That's where you're wrong, sir. These are real ratings. And they're through the roof.
So this is actually a real rating system? Not just something to measure how much Rod likes his own work?
Oh, no. That'd be ridiculous, sir. I'll explain. You see, we found a local simpleton from the neighborhood. We lured him into a cage and then locked it behind him and played nothing but the Twilight Zone for him.
Oh, God.
The Serling score simply measures what he's watching and how much he enjoys it.
If he's locked in the cage, how can he watch anything else?
Like I said, the ratings are phenomenal. 100% market share. He loves the show.
Really? He does?
Well, not at first. But it turns out all you have to do is expose someone to something enough, and they can no longer distinguish between liking something or just being familiar with it. Now it's his favorite show. Soon we'll be rolling out this rating system across the country.
That sounds expensive.
Actually, Mr. Executive, we're making money. Since we're locking him in a cage anyway, I decided to call it a zoo and charge admission. We'll just tell them he's a Neanderthal we found on an Arctic expedition.
Plus, for some reason, people just can't resist throwing peanuts and pocket change at him, so we don't even have to pay for food. Soon we'll go nationwide and be an even bigger hit. How do I know it'll work? Because it worked here, and people are the same everywhere.
Hold on. That doesn't quite sound right. Sounds like it needs the input of a genius writer. You see, we know it'll work, because it worked here, and people are alike all over.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast to forget the intro and still ask why would you make this. I'm Jimmy Time. I'm joined by Huge. How are you?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, you didn't ask me a question back. I was going to answer it, and I was like...
We've talked about this. That doesn't work here. Nope.
We're also joined by J Delta. Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Sorry, is it Wagwan or is it Wagwan?
Wagwan.
Oh, okay. That's right. Oh, because it's not an American Southern thing, so there wouldn't be an H.
Hog wild.
Hogwan.
Is it hog wild or is it 30 to 50 feral hogs that are wild?
Who's to say, really?
Who's to say? I mean, I'm not a gun enthusiast, so I can't answer that.
You are going to go back to that well until it is poisoned.
Yo, I love it.
Always check the well.
I love it.
Always check the well.
Always check, for bodies.
Yeah.
But you already know that. You're Detective Delta.
That's it.
All right, so we watched Season 1, Episode 25 of the 1969 The Twilight Zone, 1959 The Twilight Zone, titled People Are Alike All Over, wherein astronaut experiences Martian hospitality. That's it!
That's it.
That's all that happens! An astronaut experiences Martian hospitality. Yeah, I guess that was all that happened. This was a really short episode, so yeah.
I mean, according to the thing, it's the same length as all the others, but whew, nothing happened.
No.
If you haven't seen this episode, the best game you could play is watch the first 30 seconds of this episode, then cut to the 5-minute mark, then cut to the 10-minute mark, and then watch the last 30 seconds. You will be like, what the, how could they possibly have gone from this to this to this? They don't. It just is like, okay. And then it just moves along, and then it's over before you know it.
Yeah, it's, This 22-minute episode was about a real-time 22-minute event. Like, it is an episode of 24. Even though it's only 22. I don't know, the analogy falls apart there. Alright, never mind. Alright, so, hot debate! Why does everything hurt? Why does it all gotta hurt?
Yo. For real, do you ever have the thing where, like, you can't lay on your stomach to play video games anymore because you immediately get a headache?
I mean, more like a neck ache, but yeah.
Oh, no, for me it's a head.
For me, it's a stomach ache.
A dizzying headache.
My
Oh,
stomach-
my God.
Stomach always hurts. I think there's something going on.
Can't, like, how do you even lay on your stomach, first off? Like, it doesn't just immediately squish all your organs to a dangerous level?
No, that's alright. But then I look up, and then I'm like, oh, this is fine. Oh!
Is that like, because you're going backwards like that?
I assume I'm
like your skull
I'm
getting
pinching something.
pressed into your spinal cord somehow?
probably.
Oh my god, that is...
There's a lack of blood flow, and my brain is like, this hurts, because we're not getting enough of something, but now we can't even think of what, because we're not getting enough of it.
Maybe it's video games. Play more.
Work harder at those video games.
Yeah, work harder, kids, and
Remember
you
when
too
you were-
can have horrible headaches.
Right.
You were younger and you could just like fall asleep anywhere.
I can still
you don't
do
need
that.
you don't need a pillow.
I don't.
Nothing. Well, congratulations, because you're a fucking bionic human. But me, I need like 7 pillows now. I need sheets and blankets underneath me at all times.
I'll fall asleep anywhere and wake up in pain. It don't matter.
Oh no, that's my point. Is that I will wake up in pain if I
you
don't have
yo,
those things.
You didn't specify that, because I wake up in pain no matter what, even with those things.
I mean, I don't have to wake up to feel pain. Like,
I don't sleep.
I don't go to sleep, I don't wake up, doesn't matter, still pain.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think we're dying.
Good debate.
Yeah.
Good debate.
Good. Hot debate. Should we live or not?
Yo,
I don't think we
but
should.
for real, am I the only one who finds it, like, I don't want to say hilarious, but like when people are just so old that they're fucking bent at a 90-degree angle, and they move so slow, and you're like, yo, nature is so cruel that you got so precious little time, and it's gonna take you 45 minutes to walk back to your car from the supermarket.
That's your day. That's a whole day.
That is fucking, it is hilarious.
I just want to know, is that where they are? Like, that's the most they can pick themselves up? Or is it like standing erect gives them so much pain that that's how they have to stand to be comfortable? I want to know which one it is, because I feel like if it's they can't lift themselves up, we could definitely brace them together. We could brace them together and they'd be erect
Give these
as
people a
fine.
stick.
Get a winch
Yeah.
or something.
Yo, we could do it. If it's the pain thing, I'm not gonna give old people medication like that. I'm not a doctor.
I'm saving that shit for myself.
I'll wench them together. I am just enough of an amateur engineer that I will do that. But
I'm just enough of an amateur engineer to take a piece of 2x4 and some rope and stick them up straight.
right, like. Actually, I'd probably just crucify them and throw wheels on the bottom of the crucifix. Like that'd probably be what it
Goddamn
is.
humanitarian.
I'd probably, because it would keep them upright, and the wheel on the back would keep them mobile, and it wouldn't be heavy. Like I think it'd be the best for everybody. I'd use a light with like a balsa wood or whatever,
And just
something.
give them one of those little like grabber hands.
Yeah, so they can reach stuff. They're basically their own worst nightmare. Yeah.
Now, what about the fear that maybe, you know how it's always like you're growing up and your parents are like, hey, you gotta sit up straight. Otherwise, you're gonna be all fucked up when you're older. It's like, all right, sure. And now it's like, maybe. Like, my back's killing me right now.
Yeah, but that could have been the shitty jeans they gave us. Like, I don't...
Shitty jeans?
Yeah. Not pants.
Oh!
Genetics.
Yo, I'm picturing like the fucking. I'm like, what do you have those? Those shitty Walmart jeans for like $10, and they fucking those like that look to them. I hate that shit. I had to wear one of those once.
Just your mom handing you some old hole-filled corduroy. Like, that's the only thing the family has.
You put
Here's
them
our
on,
jeans.
you button them up, and you're just like, ah! You can why can I only walk at a 45-degree angle?
The pain.
And I wear those jeans for the rest of my life.
It's not just, it's the pain and suffering of all the generations that came before you. They're just in the pants now. It's the only thing keeping them together is pain. Every fiber is just going, ah! And that's what keeps it from falling apart. Oh, man. All right, well, that sounded like the truth to me, so let's keep it going. Move on to the truth hour. Truth.
Did you hear that?
Truth. Is it the wind?
No, it can't be.
Truth, 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 truth.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
There aren't even any tracks over here.
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ, look at that guy. Is that a cape? Is that a cloak? Oh my god.
I'm surprised you can even see what he's wearing when he's on the inside of a train like that.
Well, he's standing on top of a very small train. And he is casually strolling up.
But as I just said, he's also somehow inside of it.
Because he's too is small.
It's I, Truth Man! Reluctantly here. Because it's pay. I hate it. But they keep bringing me a paycheck, and look, let's be real. If you don't pay the rent, they'll let you die on the streets! What do you want?
Actually, I just want to know, are you a train centaur?
No,
a trendsetter. Trendsetter.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say.
That's right. It's okay. I understand your dyslexia is hilarious! But also debilitating. But mostly hilarious.
Truth man?
Yes.
Can I ask you something?
Whatever you want.
I mean, I just know you're going to be honest with me.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting ripped off by paying renter's insurance?
Yes. Yes, you're renting. Whatever you're doing, it's a ripoff. It's part of here's the deal. The people have money and they buy property so you can't afford it. And now that they've got it, they say, hey, we know you can't afford it, so tell you what, we'll rent it to you. What a deal, huh? Oh my god.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. God, at least I still have my timeshare.
A timeshare. Listen, you have a grandparent, don't you? Still alive, maybe?
I mean, I think so.
There's a clause in the contract we could transfer it to them. They're old. They've got nothing left. Just transfer it to them. Get whatever money you can. Grandma doesn't need it anymore. Do it.
I honestly haven't seen her lately. She's
It doesn't matter.
doing some weird stuff with webcams lately.
Oh, that's great. It's sexy as hell. I've seen her. Sad and gorgeous. Now listen.
But truth, man, they only pay her in Target gift cards. Is that okay?
Yeah, look. She's old. She's delirious. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is you get rid of that timeshare, cause you... Oh, you know what? Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm getting back on my trendsetter train.
See you later, truth man!
God. He's just magnificent.
He's just laying the tracks of truth everywhere he goes.
Oh, someone just asked him about religion.
Alright, so once again, this episode aired March 25th, 1960. Let's tell you about the truth. Back on March 19th, the Dallas Rangers general manager. What the hell is that? Tex Scram.
Have you ever heard a more Texas businessman name than Tex Scram?
What's your
Are
name?
you sure it's not Tech Scam?
Yeah.
Because I know about those.
Because he is technically a scam, is what his name is. Yeah, tech scam. He's technically a
Well,
scam.
that's the truth, so.
Yeah. Well, this technically a scam manager of the Dallas Rangers announced that they were going to change their name to avoid conflict with the baseball team to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so now they're the Cowboys.
Yo, I don't care what you say, that name change was definitely something legal. He's like, oh, Dallas Rangers? Never heard of them. We're the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dallas Rangers must have left town, but they're the ones who owe you money, not us.
The whole team.
The whole team.
The whole team.
Wow, it's strange. This whole team of football players wearing mustaches, huh? It's wild.
So March 20th, Leroy Collins, the governor of Florida, surprised the state and the rest of the world with a televised speech. Though he had been a defender of Florida's segregation laws, the governor endorsed the goal of sit-in demonstrations to allow African Americans to eat lunch anywhere.
Yeah, turns out you can just one day be like, oh, you know what? I was being a piece of shit.
Yeah. But you have to do it like a big thing in public, otherwise it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just go to work one day and go, hey guys, turns out I was a piece of shit. Whoops.
You're gonna make a news conference
Whoops.
out of it.
No, you gotta, like, make a news conference and agree with your enemies, you know, for the moment. Because they'll be his enemies later on. In
Oh
the
my
future,
God,
I'm sure.
100%.
Of course. So March 22nd, Arthur Leonard ShamWow. ShamWow, his name is long. No, it's not. Shawlow. Yeah? Arthur
Yeah.
Leonard Shawlow and Charles H. Towns of Bell Labs received the patent for the optical maser? Masser?
Mazer.
Maser. It makes a maze out of your eyes! Now more commonly referred to as the laser.
Yo.
What did maser stand for? None of the names have an M in it, so it wasn't like them taking credit.
You don't know about those maser beams?
I picture laser beams, but instead they just go meow, meow, meow. Like cats, I don't know. All right.
Thank you. I didn't understand it at first.
Whatever animal makes that noise. Turtle? Vacuum cleaner? I don't know. So finally, the day of March 25th, several heads of Oliver... No?
You said it! All of them! How many? Several.
The several severed heads
Yo.
of Oliver Cromwell.
He's
That-
like King Ghidorah.
That truth man is wild, but goddamn, he is right. Dyslexia is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, yo, they were all found. They found all of his heads. They were underneath, like, stairs and stuff. They were everywhere.
You guys remember that Sherlock Holmes book, The Several Heads of Oliver
I
Cromwell?
was just gonna fucking say. I would read that shit in a heartbeat.
Oh, man.
But
Yeah.
which one is really his? Oh, they're all?
I'll
Wow.
never tell.
Holy shit, they're all his.
Yo.
Oh.
Let's just move on to my birthday, Ninja. Lets you know that you were a female born somewhere in Thailand in 875, and you were once again a teacher, mathematician, or geologist. Again, inquisitive, like to get to the bottom of things, rummage your books. You were a dramatist and a natural-born actor. However, this time, you learned discretion and reason, and then teach it to others. You always help people who lack reasoning. I don't know how you do that when they can't reason your lesson, but you help them so they can be happier. Thanks, my birthday, Ninja. All that made sense. Alright, fine. Let's just go on. just go to the best hour.
Our favorite hour.
Our favorite hour! The Troy McClure. Oh, hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such films about First Contact as This land is your land, but now it's my land. Or, we come in peace. We lied. We're not here to talk about anything today? Nope.
Guess not.
Oh well. Today we're here to talk about, I don't know, trusting strangers.
Yo,
Trust them.
Always a mistake. Oh,
Always trust strangers.
oh boy. That's what I tell my kids.
Yep. Of course, they're not my kids, but that's what I tell them. Okay, so this episode was directed by Mitchell Leeson. I don't know. He directed The Escape Clause and 16 millimeter Shrine. He directed The Sistine Chapel. Yeah, those were 2 episodes of this show that already happened. He died in October of 1972. The teleplay was allegedly written by Serling based on a short story by Paul W. Fairman.
Do you guys read that? Read the short
story? No.
I haven't.
I honestly am having trouble believing that it is shorter than this episode.
What if I told you it was shorter than the script? That shit is a page long.
Yeah?
Yo.
I believe it, because nothing, like, a lot of this seemed like it was padded as was.
It is astoundingly
Woo.
short. It is, you know, we'll get to, it's literally like, you know, paragraph, bunch of asterisks, time jump, paragraph, bunch of asterisks, time jump, end.
Whew. Yeah, that's kind of felt like, I mean, like I said, the episode...
Serling didn't add shit.
No, he went from moment to moment, and it didn't really seem like there was much of a time jump. It seemed like it was just following the natural events of an hour.
And I'll be honest with you, short story is better.
Yeah, well, a lot of this felt like it was added for no reason, so yeah. So we have Roddy McDowall, who plays Sam Conrad. You recognize him from the 1968 Planet of the Apes, the 1972 Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
But as a different ape.
Yeah, it's a different ape, that's true. In the 1987 film Overboard. Is that the Adam Sandler one?
No.
That's like Kurt Russell one?
That's Kurt Russell.
Oh.
Dare you?
Like, they're both called Overboard, but one's called Going Overboard. So it's, you know,
Yeah.
easy to mix them up.
But one of them you can't make anymore, even though they just remade it.
Why not?
Oh my god, he kidnaps or rapes a woman.
Well, I mean, that's...
Well, he is dashing, though.
That is true. I mean, look, I'll be honest. If I fell off a boat and Kurt Russell rescued me,
I'd take my pants off.
100%.
He also played the Mad Hatter in the Batman animated series.
Yep. What?
What? I don't even remember. Is this the guy who dies or not?
That's the main guy.
That's the guy who lives.
Sam Conrad.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the main guy.
Yeah. So then the next guy, Paul Comey, plays...
Moccasin!
So it is Marcusson? Because I could have sworn he was saying moccasin this entire episode.
No, he was saying Moccasin!
Native American shoe! He was in the 1961 television series Ripcord.
Yo, I had to look that up, and it was it's a series about guys. It's like, oh no, people are in trouble. We have to get to them by parajumping.
Sure.
2 seasons!
2 seasons of paragliding. He was also in the 1972 Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Again, as a different ape.
No,
He played a man.
second policeman.
Police ape.
Well, yeah, was it police ape or policeman? I've never seen
Policeman.
Conquest. Are there men in that one?
Conquest is the one where they go back in time.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, because it all takes place in the future, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this one, I don't remember how it happens, but somehow they go back in time to the beginning of the Monkey Revolution, and... Yeah.
Which, don't confuse it with Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which also does that shit, but does it weirder.
No, Beneath the Planet of the Apes is the one with the mutants.
Yeah. And then you have... What's the one after that? What's the fourth one?
Ooh, Battle for the Planet of the
Oh,
Apes.
yeah. Okay.
When do they return? That's the second one? Do they never return?
Return to the Planet of the Apes. Oh, no, I think there might be a Return to the Planet of the Apes. I don't know.
Whatever.
So
Whatever. This guy, Paul Comey, was also in the 1986 Howard the Duck. Straight up, I don't remember seeing his face once in this episode. I don't remember what he looked like at all. Like, even a little bit. Like, he was literally under rubble the whole episode, slowly dying.
How dare you? At one point, he was under a gym mat.
He died in 2016.
Oh, he just made it. August 26th. He got out.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He just made it right before everything went to hell. So we also have Susan Oliver, who plays Tina.
Tina.
Really went to the well on that one for names.
Yo, what's the most out of space thing you can think of? Yo, what if we use the letter N the way the Spanish language pronounces it? Not Tina. Tina. Yeah, that sounds like space.
That sounds like space.
Yo, alright, so you see her in the 1964, The Disorderly Orderly.
Yeah, that's the Jerry Lewis one, not the Fat Boys.
That's the Fat Boys, yeah.
Not the Fat Boys.
The 1974 TV movie Death in Space, and the 1980 film Hardly Working. She died in 1990. Let's start the episode. So we're at a launch facility at night. Two men, Marcuson and Sam Conrad, who, I don't think we learned their names until later. I'm not even sure.
Whatever.
They stare up at a rocket that's scheduled to take off in a few hours. Marcuson says, oh, this is weird. We're going to leave Earth, and instead of enjoying Earth, we're staring at our vessel that we're going to be living in for the next, I forget if he says it, but like 3 months or something like that. And it's just weird. Shouldn't we be living it up? And he's like, well, I'm thinking about Conrad's like, well, I'm scared. I'm scared of what we're going to find out there. And Marcuson's like, don't worry about it.
I'm just a scared scientist.
Yeah. I wish everyone would immediately announce their emotion and occupation. How's it going today? Well, I'm just a horny bus driver, but get in the back. So Marcuson's like, I'm not worried about that. I have a little theory. When we go to Mars and we meet these people, everyone's going to be the same, just like here on Earth, because people are all just alike. Whatever he says that's so close to the title, but not the title.
People are the same everywhere.
Then we get the opening narration. You are looking at a species of a flimsy, two-legged animal with an extremely small head whose name is Man! Son! What? This is what I'm talking about. Like, it is still in my brain. I cannot believe he wrote The Monsters Are on Maple Street. There's no way it happened. There's no way it really happened.
Dude.
He paid a hobo to do it, and then he killed that hobo.
He's so bad.
There's no, I don't know if that's when he takes the drugs, or that's when he stops taking the drugs, but there's something going on with his brain.
Award-winning writer.
Let's go back in time and see what his competition was, because if it was no one, yeah, I get it. That's why he won all the awards.
He fucking... I don't know how
There's
to
a hack?
do it. He pulls out this you know what it is? He did write a ton of shit. And so he was bound to do something good.
Yeah, I mean, 1,000 monkeys with 1,000... No, that's too many. 100 monkeys with 100 typewriters.
I knew it. Yeah, that's why, season 1 stopped at 100 episodes. Yeah. That was the highest number I can count to. Oh, man. Alright, so, you're looking at a species whose name is Man. Warren Marcuson, age 35. Samuel A. Conrad, age 31. They're taking a highway into space. Man unshackling himself and sending his tiny groping fingers into the unknown. Ugh. Their destination is Mars, and in just a moment, we'll land there with them. We see a rocket launch. Blackout. How come every fingers have to be groping?
Groping? Yeah. Ugh.
Like, is the moral of the Twilight Zone that Rod Serling was molested?
Or is a molester?
Oh, that's so much worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a victim. That was funny. Turns out he's making victims. That's not funny. Alright, so Blackout, which we got our first sponsor. Here we go. We'd like to thank them, which is Dean Profits Discount Landing Gear. Taking off is the hard part. So keep your landings cheap and easy with Dean Profits Discount Landing Gear. Located off the interstate, right next to Dead Prophet Salvage Yard.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a team.
That's his brother, I guess. Dead Prophet Salvage Yard. Oh, he saw into the future and he said, if I build a salvage yard here, the garbage will come. Genius.
They don't call me Don't Proofread Delta for nothing.
That man was a great prophet. Squandered his talent, but a great prophet.
A grape prophet?
Yes, he also had a winery.
Before his untimely passing.
Alright, so we go back. We fade in. The ship approaches Mars, presumably. Some sort of planet.
Yeah. Was it a planet, or was it like a pie? It might have been just a cracker.
We see the ship approach a ball in front of a backdrop. And then we see an explosion. Inside the crashed ship, Conrad awakens. He finds Markuson unconscious under some padding, because apparently the entire inside of the spaceship was just like a bounce room. Like,
yo, but for real, if you got launched into space and they just covered all the walls with like that moon shoe shit, where you just went boom, boom, and got to bounce around?
Yeah, I think it would work. Let's go, NASA. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
This is a 1950s idea. You sure to be implementing it. Come on! Lazy! What are you trying to do? Get to the moon again? So he grabs the first aid kit. Conrad does, right? And he injects Markuson, who awakens. Conrad's... What?
Bullshit! Motherfucker was already awake! He was coming to, and it was like, I got this.
No.
And just injects him in the neck. I
Boom.
was like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah. Not fast enough. Let me give you some adrenaline. Blap. Now you can really feel all the pain you're in. All the bones that are broken. So Conrad struggles to speak. Thanks for waking me up, guy. Conrad hears tapping outside the ship, and Markuson passes out again. We jump ahead in the future, and Conrad's listening to the door, to the tapping coming from outside. Markuson awakens, and he wants to go and plant the flag. And Conrad tells him, well, let's wait. Markuson can't even walk. He tries to get up and go to the door. But Conrad is like, no, you can't go. I'm afraid. We can't go out there.
I'm a scared scientist.
I'm a scared scientist. Yeah! Markuson...
There could be horny bus drivers out there.
Yo, why are we wasting our time? You don't know. Maybe Mars has an all-female bus union.
Yo, whoa, get that door open now.
Woo. Yo, you ever heard of the phrase, you throw me under the bus? It's got a different meaning on Mars. People want it there. Yes! Run me down with a bus, that's what they say.
Yo, I say that here on Earth.
Yeah, but again, it has a different meaning.
Yeah, very different, man.
So Markuson begs to be helped up and let out. When Conrad starts to help, Markuson collapses. Because his insides are all busted up.
Yo, that padding
Yeah.
must have weighed 100 pounds.
I mean, there's no other option. What are you gonna go, less? Come on. He doesn't want to die, Markuson, inside the ship. He wants to go out and see what he's dying for. And he tells Conrad, don't be scared. If there's people, they'll help us. Because people are alike everywhere you go.
They're bound to be alike.
And then he dies instantly.
And Conrad acts surprised.
Yeah. I don't
You
know why.
fucking killed him.
Yeah.
He was doing okay.
You pumped a man whose organs were broken and bleeding internally, full of adrenaline, so he could really now I can feel my organ being ripped apart by my shattered bones. He dies. Or maybe he just passes out from pain. Honestly, he's not a doctor. He doesn't know. It's happened.
I'm a scared scientist, not a scared doctor.
Wait, remember that famous Star Trek quote? Damn it, Jim! I'm a scared scientist, not a scared doctor.
And what are you? Oh, horny spaceship captain?
Well, as long as there's only one, I guess. So the tapping continues on the door. He's still scared and doesn't want to know what's out there. But then the door opens slowly. Conrad grabs a gun and looks outside the door, and Blackout.
Yo, astronauts gotta have guns.
Mm-hmm. You can't survive space without a gun.
I wrote the word second sponsor.
Alright, so this second sponsor is not available. It does not exist. No one paid for the primetime slot. We come back from commercial. Conrad looks out the door and sees a bunch of people. Conrad comes out. 2 men and a woman approach the very stunned Conrad. They take his gun and just toss it, like into a bush.
Just with no effort at all. Can I see that?
Your weapons have no power here. Tosses them. He's astounded to meet people just like him. He tries to introduce himself and explain where he's from with a drawing and all that stuff, but after a few seconds, they just full on speak English. It actually kind of reminded me of the of like Rush Hour, where Chris Tucker's just like saying like everything, and then all of a sudden Jackie Chan's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, what the So they explain that they've been waiting for him to come. That seems a little suspicious. They explain they've got a place for him to rest, and that they are communicating psychically, as Martians do.
Well, obviously, they're from space. There's no air up there.
Yeah. That's why we couldn't know until we got there. Because it doesn't pass through space. They offer to bury Marcus in and repair his ship. And then he's like, oh, really? Thanks. And he runs back into the ship. And he's like, oh, you were right. People are alike. Every place you go.
Wherever you go.
Every similar
people are
place.
Like that there.
All the places that people are, they are the same.
Yo, how scummy is it that this dude was like, man, I really wish Marcus could have lived to see this. It's a shame somebody injected his dying organs with adrenaline.
Just liquefied his heart because he couldn't handle it. Yeah, Conrad is like, I can't wait to meet you about you, or I can't wait to learn about you. And they're like, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna do it later, it's fine. And then, of course, the one lady, he's like, hey, miss, how you going? What's your name? And she's like, normal space name, Tina.
And me, you ask? Horny scientist.
Yeah,
Pleased to meet
horny
you.
Scientist, yeah. She is like, you have to believe me. No one will hurt you. And I'm like, yo, am I getting punched right now? I was like, ooh.
Behind me.
Yeah, really. I've never been more suspicious until I heard your words. So yeah, everybody leaves. They all go away. In the morning, or later, I don't know. It's black and white. How do I know what time is? It's Mars. I don't know what time is there either. Like, it could be anywhere, anywhen. But everyone's the same. I know that much.
Yeah.
The Martians arrive with Conrad to their city. And they're like, come with us. We have a surprise. It's going to be great. It'll be great.
You'll love it.
And Tina's like, all right. Tina is like, see you later, guys. I don't want anything to do with this.
You're not coming?
And then she's like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm coming now. And they go to the Earth house, and the Martians are like, here's your house. We built it for you based on your thoughts. And he's like, okay, good job, I guess. This is all spot on. And then they're like, so you feel like you're at home? Like, this is cool? Like home, right? Just like home? He's like, yeah, sure. I guess I'll stay for a while. They're like, cool, see ya. So they leave. And right before they leave, he's like, hey, Tina. We're gonna, like, see you later, right? Like, cool stuff? Yeah. I got a house. I'm a house owner.
Yeah. No renter's insurance here, buddy.
None of that stuff. And she's like, oh. And then some guy's like, yep, you certainly are gonna see her later. Let's go. And they leave. And so it flashes forward, and Conrad's like, great scotch, great cigarette, or cigar, or whatever. Even if this is fake, I could get used to it. I'll look out this window. There's no window! I'll use this door. This door is locked! I'll use this other door. This other door is locked! No! It starts tearing, like, drapes down and stuff like that. Oh, no
windows.
There's no windows. He can't get out. He's stuck in there. And then all of a sudden, the wall just opens up. And it's a cage. He's in a cage, and there's dozens of Martians watching, presumably Martians. I don't think they took him anywhere else. And they're all just watching and like, And he's like, no, why are you doing this? Why is this happening? Why? And they just, and then he sees a sign, he looks at it, and it says, Earth creature in his native habitat. And then he's like, oh, and he looks at Teeny in the crowd. She's like, oh. And runs away. And then he grabs the bard and he's like, Marcusson, you were right! People are alike everywhere.
That's not the name of the episode.
We get the closing narration. Species of an animal brought back alive. Interestingly similar in physical characteristics to human beings in head, trunk, arms, legs, feet. Very tiny underdeveloped brains come from this primitive planet called Earth. Calls himself... All of these sentences are like run on. Like
it's horrible.
Yo.
It's so bad.
I'm just going to try to start over. Species of an animal brought back alive.
Horrible.
Interestingly similar in physical characteristics to human in head, trunk, arms, legs, feet. Very tiny underdeveloped brains comes from this primitive planet called Earth. Calls himself Samuel Conrad, and he will remain here in this cage with the running water and electricity and the central heat as long as he lives. Samuel Conrad has found the Twilight Zone. Yo, that is the worst sentences I've ever seen a writer put down. That's bad. That's real bad. Holy crap. Yeah, that is a terrible ending narration. That was so bad.
So I got questions.
Yeah. Is it why people are like all over?
So they're Martians,
Mm-hmm.
and his idea of Martians are they just dresses them up like they're Romans. They kind of have just like togas
Like
and
togas
brown
and-
belts.
yeah.
Right.
Like, all right, cool. So that's one. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's his idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, more importantly,
Mhm.
so she's upset. Tina is upset because either A, she's presumably seen this before and she feels bad, or B, what I gleaned from it was she's kind of, I guess, maybe into him, in which case she wants to fuck an animal? Like, she's
I didn't get that
bestiality?
at all.
I mean,
I just got she feels like it's a guy and she feels bad that she knows they're gonna lock him in a cage.
But everyone else on this planet sees him as like an animal? So why wouldn't she, is I guess what I'm saying.
you know, I have heard women say before that some gorillas are sexy. So, you know, some humans are sexy, I guess, to Martians. Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's it?
That's all I got.
Okay, good.
Those questions were about a quarter of the runtime of this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait till why was this made. I read the short story. It's super brief, right? Like, legit, if you print it out, probably a page long. Super short story. All Serling did was make this worse. Everything he did. Because in the original short story, it's a one-man ship. So, alright. You add a second guy and he dies, sure, that's fine. You make him kind of a cynic, whatever. And he lands on Mars. The Martians don't look exactly like people. B, they don't immediately speak English, and there's they bring him to a place, and it's just this bland thing, and they slowly develop and communicate, and he, ends up drawing pictures of what, and then they build him the habitat, and they're all like, oh shit, he's drawn, this is where he live, and they communicate, and it's like a barrier, and he slowly starts decoding bits of their language, oh, cool, whatever, and then they build him hey, is this, and he's like, whoa, this is perfect, this is exactly, and then it's a thing, and he's like, what? Bars? I don't... And then the thing, and he decodes it, and it's Earth creature, natural habitat. But to me, all the opening, species, description of the blah, 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 and the closing, none of that makes sense if the aliens look exactly like humans.
Right.
And really, it's a fucking zoo, but, are they just getting scrumped, and, they just put, the simpleton down the block in a cage, like, look, it's an Earthman!
Yeah, especially because that whole decoding thing actually sounds like it'd be like, oh, that's an interesting part to it. Whereas that missing here, it's like, okay.
I mean, I could understand how it might be maybe difficult. You know, it might be difficult for them to do an episode where, you know, half the cast doesn't speak any English or, you know, but even if you tell me, okay, they're communicating psychically or whatever, or you do a bit where maybe he only saw them as human because they're psychically projecting, but then at the end when he's in the cage, they no longer look human. They look like outer space creatures. But, you know, fuck you, Rod Serling. That's it. Like, you somehow took a one-page story and made it objectively worse by dragging it out.
Yeah. 100% agree with all that. As short as this episode was, it still felt like he dragged it out, like way more than the ship crashed and the guy was almost dying, and then they went to commercial and came back and the guy was still almost dying, and then he was like, "We have to go outside. I want to see outside," and he dies, and they move on from that, and they're still talking about a dead guy, and they're still talking about a dead guy, and it's not about the dead guy at all.
Look, I read this short story and I was like, oh shit, I could write a page. Maybe I could write a short story.
It's like there's so many times where I see the famous things that people have written and I go, yo, it is 1,000% about who you know.
Yeah.
It is 1,000% just about
you know
telling
what it is?
people.
Work harder.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Work harder, hide your resume.
That's it. Don't give my resume to anybody and
Take
work
that
harder.
shit, crumple it, throw it down the well.
Hold on, wait, let me see your resume. What is this? Bus driver. What'd you do? You were horny all day.
Okay. Yeah, that's good enough for me. You're in.
You gotta show that resume.
Yeah, that's the resume
That's
you
the one
show,
you want to see.
Yeah. The one where you work late even though they don't ask you to, and you come in on Saturdays to catch up on stuff you might be behind on, and ooh, that's illegal. They'll fire you for that. I mean, they'll let you do it for years and years, but then when they get tired of you, they go, "Oh, you were stealing from us. Get out." Ooh, stealers.
Yeah,
Thieves.
but if you put that on a resume, they're like, ooh, so we can exploit him, and then just boot him when we need. So that's what you want to... What on your resume, you want to list the ways you've been exploited by your previously employed.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Like willing to give up children for stock options and stuff like that.
As long as it's in a nice font.
Worked overtime without getting paid time and a half.
That hurts. That just hurts. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Yo, no joke. I was at work 2 or 3 days ago, and the boss was like, "All right, when you finish this project, you guys are all cut. You can go home." And we finished the project, and everyone was like, "All right, we're cut. We're all going home." And I got my stuff, and I started to walk out the door, and I saw another guy was still working, and I went, "Wow. That guy's dumb," and kept walking. I didn't even try to tell him that the work was over. I was like, yo, he should know when work's over. He was standing right next to us when he said that. If he's not worried about so how long am I getting paid for? Yo, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in real trouble. Ooh. What do we got here? What do we need to talk about? Some tropes. They put him in a cage. Humans are bastards. People zoo. It's the same trope 5 times because only one thing happened.
Pretty much.
People zoo, where they put them in a people zoo. Humans are bastards because people are alike everywhere you go or whatever.
Human-looking aliens.
Yeah. Human-looking aliens. The gilded cage, which is a cage, doesn't look like a cage, but really it's a cage, which is the house that was up. And then, telepathic spaceman! Not real. Would never happen. Shut your mouth. And we already kind of talked about why would you make this.
Yeah, so Serling thought, it'd be it hits you harder if instead of aliens, they're just like humans. They are humans, and they're just superiors, and, that makes their treachery seem even worse.
I'm so glad that Serling completely forgot about human slavery. And how we literally used to put black people in zoo cages and be like, come, Give us a nickel and you could watch them right next to the fucking lions and throw peanuts at them, like 100%.
Yeah. Instead, Serling's like, isn't it shocking? Unbelievable? That humans could do that to one another? Yo!
Like that,
you fought in a war!
like legit.
We're all scum.
We put people in cages, you guys should know that.
Still do.
Well, in a different way, but yeah. Also the same way. It's the same way, we just put a different label on. Actually, it's still the same label, too. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed at all.
And then the living room set is the same one from,
the 1960s time machine? Or?
Yeah.
So nothing's changed! Not even the scenery. That's great. Next episode is called Execution. I'm sorry. I read the last line first and my immediate thought was, is this real? Is this really happening? Is this... Okay. Alright, here it goes. Here it goes. This may look like some kind of kooky greenhouse. Oh, it doesn't start any better either. This may look like some kind of kooky greenhouse. Actually, it happens to be a conveyance. A mode of travel. Time travel. And next week, you'll see Albert...
Not Salami.
Albert Salmi take an extended journey from 1880 to 1960. I hope then, next week, you'll be able to take another walk with us into the Twilight Zone. Serling disappears. Hey! Where'd everybody go? Yeah.
Award winning.
Yeah!
A war fighting.
Also, yeah! What? Alright, so,
You only got 10 more episodes of season 1, man.
Yo, holy shit. This is the longest season.
Woo! So it's some kind of a kooky greenhouse with time travel.
It's called Execution.
And it's called Execution. And he goes from 1880 to 96.
I don't remember this episode. I'm calling Death Hallucination.
I'm gonna say he tries to escape a crime, and in the future it turns out they're still looking for him. They did not give up. They did not give up.
Wait, you say he tries to escape,
Yeah.
but he breaks free and then hops in a time machine and jumps to 1960.
Yeah.
He comes through and it's a museum and they're like, there he is!
Yo, 100%. That is better than what we're gonna watch.
Yeah.
100%.
It makes sense because it's 1880. So what happens is a bear chases him into a cave, and of course in that cave is DeLorean at the dock, stored there all those years.
The dock's alive.
All right, plugs and credits. VictoryProWrestling.com.
Returns live to Centuries, Long Island, New York, Saturday, October 26th.
Or maybe September 14th. This might go out before that.
Or, yeah, possibly. I don't know. VictoryProWrestling.com. Look it up yourself, you lazy jerks. And see what's gonna go on there. I'll be there both shows. I thought I'd be able to get out of them, but nope. I'll be there.
You know how your career is, when every day you're like, ooh, I thought I didn't have to go to work today, but
Yo.
turns out I did.
Yo.
I chose this job and I hate it.
Every day I'm like, I gotta work today? Fuck. God damn it. It's always yes.
And then I get there and I'm like, ooh, someone might take my job. I gotta step it up.
Really?
And I don't. I just push people down. I just sabotage other people.
Johnson over there stole $10.
Yep. I mean, we're not missing $10, but thanks for telling us. Like, we'll keep an eye on
There's
it.
no one named Johnson either.
Yeah.
But the point works.
Hold this pen. I'll keep writing.
And, yeah. Victory Press.
I just do it to hurt you. I just do it to hurt you.
You succeed every time.
Yeah, well, you know, you show only so much emotion.
That's true. Especially the second episode. Second episode, it's late at night, I'm just like, I no longer become human.
Is this over yet? Can I go home and pretend I'm dead?
Yeah.
Yo, that's my life.
Yo.
Speaking of life, you can see me attempting to live it on Twitter. Just fucking follow me, because who else is gonna know if I'm dead or not? Fucking chronically enfeebled.
Do you tweet updates? Still alive.
Still alive.
Not dead yet.
To all my bots out there, thanks. Thanks for the fucking support. Fucking...
Okay, I think I'm starting to see the problem here. I think I'm starting to see, because I posted a meme to Facebook the other day that was super sad, where it was like, yo, I have ruined my ability to interact with other human beings through years of like internalized trauma and like a lack of practice, and now I don't know how to express myself emotionally or through relationships or anymore. Like just really like ooh, and yeah, I'm starting to see it. Like, there's a real thin line between what we consider to be a joke and reality, and I don't think other people can distinguish that because sometimes it's kind of blurry for us.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting to see why people are like, "Are you okay?
You alright?
Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess no, because that was comedy and you didn't laugh, so I'm doing
Either laugh at my jokes or
fix my brain."
Yeah.
Yo, and if you can't do one, you better fake the other. Oh, I guess that's what the thoughts and prayers are. They're fixing my brain. Man, I don't like that at all. Yo, forget the fake stuff. Give me the real stuff. So www.ymt.com. Go there to hear hours of us being depressed. Really, like 100 hours.
100 hours. That's the most amount.
The most amount of hours. That joke died like 3 minutes into this episode, and we kept doing it. So yeah, www.ymt.com for all things why would you make this, including ways to download and listen to episodes. If you do not like using iTunes or Google Play, you can also find links to our YouTube, which I keep starting new videos and I don't finish them, but they're all started, and I swear eventually they're gonna get finished when I am bored and don't have work.
Put them up half finished.
I mean, they really won't make sense. Like, some of them won't have any visuals. Or...
Call it avant-garde.
Oh, that might work. Yeah. I just love all of the comments we get on the YouTube of people who
fuck you.
Yeah, who
die.
Who click on the episode thinking they're gonna get a free pirated movie, and instead they listen to us talk and they're like, "You dog, you piece of shit dog, your mother's no good." Which is all like just butchered through Google Translate, 'cause it's all written in Sanskrit and stuff like that. Like it's. Yeah. Intro music is falling if you're left like Yo Barris.
Yo, this took a dark turn at the end.
Yo, man!
Wouldn't have it any other way.
No, I mean, if I could, I would. So I can't, so I wouldn't.
But now, on Twitch, you get to see the tears instead of just hearing the drips on the microphone.
You get to actually watch us not be able to make eye contact with each other as we just lay the truth down on the table and go, ooh, I'll just stare into the abyss and hope that pain fades. Hasn't happened yet.
It's coming.
This is the lie I keep telling myself. What was this episode about? People are alike all over. How is that depressing? Why did that hurt us so bad? If we just try to identify with people, that's all.
Yeah, that'll do it.
We're just trying to reach out.
My hand is touching. No.
Nothing. I'm so alone. I'm so damn alone.
You know, I once heard that the secret is never eat lunch alone.
Work hard.
Yeah, work hard.
Buckle down.
Buckle down. Don't put out your resume. Go to the lunchroom and make friends. Ugh.
I don't know. I mean, can you really trust a guy who's so bad at having a career that all he can do is tell other people, like, have this career instead? Like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, well, those who can't teach. It's like him. He can't career, so he teaches how to career.
Yeah. No,
So if him teaching you how to career, he's telling you to keep whatever career you had instead of trying to teach you how to get a new career.
He's also not good at teaching. Like,
yeah. Whoa. What do you do now? Oh, okay. Yeah, just keep doing that. And no, but I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I hate every second of it, and I'm purposely looking for a new career.
Okay, I hear you, but work hard and make friends.
Make friends, but don't tell those friends you're looking for work.
Yeah.
Don't tell them you're looking for anything. Just silently stew next to them for a decade until you've outstayed your welcome
Yeah.
and alienated yourself from the group.
I got a funny story. 40 years ago, I told my wife I'll be with this company 5 years. And now I'm almost dead. Isn't that great?
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Please tell me it is! So far, every time I tell that story, people just kind of smile and look away. Like, I need somebody to tell me it was worth it. Please, just tell me it was worth it.
Because my wife won't, because she's dead.
Tell me it was worth it, please. Just tell me it was worth it. Just tell me.
He probably doesn't have a lunchroom. He can't sit with anybody.
Oh, I'm the person he sat with. God damn it. No wonder why he kept talking so much. He thought we'd be friends. This is gonna be like Tuesday with Maury, where he tells me his life story, and I was supposed to write in a book. Instead, I pretended to take notes and then threw an empty notebook in the garbage at the end.
I just thought he billed by the hour. But no.
You wanna hear which story I mixed that up with? Because I wanted to be the mouse that dies at the end. Those are the same stories, right?
Yeah.
He goes and has lunch with an old guy.
Yeah, no, that's Tuesdays with Maury.
And then afterwards, he's like, ooh, but that mouse is getting sick. Like, I might get sick. Flowers for Maury, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Tuesdays with Algernon. Okay, that was it. So for you and J Delta, I am Jimmy Time. Please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.